Welcome to SS2 Computer Science, Term 3, Week 12. Network security is the practice of protecting computer networks and data from unauthorized access, attacks, and misuse. As the world becomes more connected, securing networks has become critically important for individuals, businesses, and governments. Today we focus on two fundamental network security tools, firewalls and VPNs, virtual private networks. By the end of this lesson, you will define firewall and VPN, explain how each works, describe types of each, state their uses and limitations, and answer WAEC questions on network security. Let us begin. What is a firewall? A firewall is a network security device, hardware or software, that monitors and controls incoming and outgoing network traffic based on predetermined security rules. A firewall establishes a barrier between a trusted internal network, e.g. an organization's internal computers, and an untrusted external network, e.g. the Internet. Analogy: a firewall is like a security gate at the entrance of a building. It checks everyone trying to enter or leave, only authorized people pass, suspicious activity is blocked and logged. How a firewall works: basic concept, rules, access control list, ACLs. The firewall has a list of rules. Each rule specifies source address, destination address, port number, protocol, TCP/UDP, and action, allow or deny. If incoming traffic matches an allow rule, it passes. If it matches a deny rule, it is blocked. Default deny: many firewalls use a default deny all policy. All traffic is blocked unless explicitly allowed. Stateful versus stateless. Stateless firewall examines each packet independently, checks source/destination IP and port, faster but less intelligent, cannot distinguish a legitimate response from an attack. Stateful firewall. Stateful packet inspection. SPI tracks the state of network connections, knows which connections were initiated internally, can distinguish a response to a legitimate request from an unsolicited incoming packet, more intelligent and secure. Types of firewalls: packet filter firewall, checks IP address and port numbers, does not inspect packet content. Stateful inspection firewall, tracks connection state, most common type. Application layer firewall, proxy firewall inspects actual content of traffic up to layer 7, application layer, can block specific applications, block BitTorrent but allow web browsing, slower but most thorough. Next generation firewall, NGFW combines all above, adds intrusion detection/prevention, SSL inspection, deep packet inspection. Where firewalls are deployed: network perimeter, between internal network and internet, between network segments, e.g. between finance department and rest of company, on individual computers, Windows Defender firewall, macOS built-in firewall, host-based firewall. What is a VPN? A virtual private network, VPN, creates an encrypted, secure tunnel through a public network, the Internet, so that data can be transmitted privately, as if the devices were directly connected on a private network. Why VPN? When you connect to the Internet in a cafe, airport, or hotel, your traffic may be intercepted by attackers on the same Wi-Fi network. Man-in-the-middle attack: your ISP, Internet Service Provider, can see all your traffic. Someone between you and the destination server could eavesdrop. A VPN encrypts your traffic. Even if intercepted, the attacker sees only encrypted gibberish. How VPN works: VPN client software is installed on your device. When you connect to the VPN, your device establishes an encrypted tunnel to the VPN server. All your internet traffic is sent through this tunnel to the VPN server. The VPN server forwards your request to the Internet, responses come back to the VPN server, the VPN server sends the responses back through the encrypted tunnel to you. What others see: your ISP only sees that you are connected to a VPN server, not what you are accessing. The destination website sees the VPN server's IP address, not yours. VPN protocols: OpenVPN, open source, highly secure, widely trusted, uses SSL/TLS. WireGuard, newer, very fast, simpler codebase, increasingly popular. IPsec, widely used in corporate VPNs, encrypts at the network layer. L2TP/IPsec, combines Layer 2 tunneling protocol with IPsec encryption. PPTP, old, considered insecure, should not be used. Uses of VPN, privacy, hide browsing activity from ISP and Wi-Fi operators. Security on public Wi-Fi, encrypt traffic in cafes, airports. Bypass geo-restrictions, access content blocked in your country, streaming services, websites. Remote work, employees access company internal resources securely from home through a corporate VPN, they appear to be on the internal network. Bypass censorship, in countries with internet censorship. Limitations of firewalls, cannot protect against threats from inside the network, insider threats, encrypted traffic, firewalls cannot inspect encrypted HTTPS traffic without SSL inspection, which has privacy implications, zero-day attacks. If an attack exploits an unknown vulnerability, the firewall has no rule to block it. Application layer attacks. Simple firewalls cannot block attacks that use legitimate protocols, e.g. an HTTP attack using port 80 which is allowed. Limitations of VPNs. VPN does not make you completely anonymous. The VPN provider can see your traffic. If the VPN provider keeps logs and receives a legal order, your identity could be revealed. VPN does not protect you from malware or phishing, you still need antivirus. Some services block known VPN IP addresses to prevent geo-restriction bypass. VPN slows your connection, encryption overhead and routing through an additional server. Legal considerations. Using VPN is legal in Nigeria and most countries. Some countries ban or restrict VPN use. Russia, China, Iran, UAE restrict VPN usage. Additional network security measures. Intrusion detection system, IDS monitors network traffic for suspicious activity and alerts administrators. Intrusion prevention system, IPS like IDS but can automatically block suspicious traffic. DMZ, demilitarized zone, a network segment between the internet and the internal network. Public-facing servers, web, email, are placed here. They can be accessed from the internet but are separated from the internal network. Network segmentation, dividing a network into segments limits the spread of an attack. Two-factor authentication, 2FA adds a second authentication factor beyond passwords. Encryption, TLS/SSL protects data in transit, HTTPS. VPN plus firewall, in a typical organization, the firewall controls which traffic enters and exits the network. Employees working remotely use VPN to securely access internal resources. The combination provides both perimeter security and secure remote access. Key cybersecurity principles. CIA Triad. The three goals of information security: confidentiality, ensure only authorized users can access data, encryption, access controls, VPN. Integrity, ensure data is not tampered with or altered, checksums, digital signatures, access controls. Availability, ensure systems and data are accessible when needed by authorized users. Redundancy, backups, DDoS protection, firewalls. Principle of least privilege, users and systems should have only the minimum access needed to perform their functions, reduces damage from compromised accounts or systems. Defense in depth, use multiple layers of security. If one layer fails, others still provide protection. Firewall plus IDS plus antivirus plus encryption plus strong passwords plus 2FA plus VPN equals defense in depth. Cybersecurity threats overview, malware, malicious software, viruses, worms, ransomware, spyware, trojans, rootkits. Phishing, fraudulent emails/sites that trick users into revealing credentials or installing malware. DDoS, distributed denial of service, flood a server with requests from many computers, botnet, until it becomes unavailable. Man in the middle, MITM attacker intercepts communication between two parties. VPN and HTTPS prevent this. Ransomware, malware that encrypts the victim's files and demands payment for decryption. Nigerian cybersecurity context, Nigeria's cybercrimes, prohibition, prevention, etc. Act 2015, Criminalises Cybercrime, NITA, National Information Technology Development Agency, National IT Regulatory Body, Computer Emergency Response Team, INSERT, National Cybersecurity Response Organization. Key points: firewall, network security device that monitors/controls traffic based on rules, allows authorized traffic, blocks unauthorized, types, packet filter, IP/port check, stateful inspection, connection tracking, most common, application layer, content inspection, NGFW. VPN, virtual private network, creates an encrypted tunnel through the Internet, makes data transmission private and secure, IP address hidden from destination, used for privacy, security on public Wi-Fi, remote work, bypass geo-restrictions, protocols, OpenVPN, WireGuard, IPsec. CIA triad, confidentiality, encryption, VPN, integrity, checksums, signatures, availability, DDoS protection, backups. Defense in depth, multiple security layers. Limitations: firewall cannot inspect encrypted traffic without SSL inspection, cannot stop insider threats, VPN does not prevent malware, VPN provider can see traffic. Cybersecurity threats: malware, phishing, DDoS, MITM, ransomware, SQL injection, XSS. Nigerian law, Cybercrimes Act 2015, NITA, INSERT. WAEC questions: define firewall and VPN, explain how each works, state types of firewall, describe uses of VPN, explain the CIA triad, state the limitations of firewall and VPN, compare firewall and VPN, name cybersecurity threats and their countermeasures.